OBS instead of Streamlabs OBS. So not everything's fully how I had I set it up. I'd spent a lot of time setting up Streamlabs, but finally was able to move over to OBS here. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to try adding something real quick. Well, it's just, yeah, okay. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. No. One thing. Okay. All right, sweet. Thanks, Qpaka, for the update there. And out we go. Do anything fun for your Friday night? Fridays just seem to be quite as exciting as they were when I was a little younger. It's a little, and that's my fault. I need to, but now they're so much cooler because I'm doing streams Friday nights. So we'll make it super fun. Super friends, super fun. Okay. Oh, thanks, Rico, for the update there. Okay. Yeah, so see a little bit of dust, but the overall vote from everybody was some Kamigawa packs opening. So I don't have a ton more of these. I don't even have, I have like, I think 3, including this one. So this might be the last one I open. Well, I want to keep one of each collector box. I was collecting one of each collector box unopened, but unfortunately well, not unfortunately, but I decided to give them as prizes at the prize wall at the summit. So I only have maybe half the sets now that I have any collector boxes for. Sent most of my collection to the prize wall, but it's all good. There's a lot learned at the Magic Summit. But yeah, hopefully. Hey, thanks a bunch, Rico. I'm doing okay. You know, I don't know if that was really asking how I'm doing, or it's like one of those like how are you things when people like meet you, you know, and you say hello to someone, you're really just saying hello, but we say how are you, but you're on my stream and you asked me, so I assume you want to know. So but yeah, the weight loss slowed down a little bit, which it was understandable because when the holidays hit, I stopped keeping track of my calories and just was sort of eating holiday food more often than I planned on. But with the new year, I'm trying to get back on that, and I decided just this weekend or just this week to start keeping track of calories again. Not because I did it for like 80 days straight, and keeping track of calories, it just helps you know like how much you're eating, and you just you forget sometimes, at least maybe others don't do this, but I forget, so that I'll have like a snack or something. And when you're keeping track, you, I think, eat less, or at least you're like aware. And so like I don't eat for boredom as much, right? And so I eat more for hunger when you're keeping track of calories. But anyways, that's enough of that. Yeah, so tonight I have this stack. I have the deck made like 75% ish made. There's a couple wheels that I might throw in there, but and maybe this tier grid. You can know how horrible of a deck I'm building when there's a tier grid in it. But let's get to the main cards here. They are, is the stack. Here it is. So I decided with my prismatic challenge that I wouldn't include the tribal or the kindred decks that I have, because I feel like when you have a kindred deck, you sort of are limited, so it doesn't really get a chance to really show the colors. And so, yeah, so my prismatic deck challenge, which for those of you who don't know, means you have a deck for every color combination, a commander deck. And I completed it, but then when I was looking over it, like I had like 7 different kindred decks or tribal decks. And so again, like werewolves, well, Gruul is a bad example. I had 2 Gruul decks, but like this is a good example and why I brought it up. I had a just keep thinking Croesus, but what is this color combination? What is the blue red? It's not Abzan. Not Nekusar. What is red blue black Alara combination? What is that? Yeah, it's not coming to my mind. What is it? I'm gonna think of it. What is it? I can't think of it. Grixis. I cannot think of Grixis? Oh my gosh, that was weird. Okay, so Grixis deck, I had a demon kindred deck, which was Be'lakor, and I love the deck, but I didn't think I got to do much, and so decided to make discard deck, and I didn't want to make Nekusar. No offense against anybody that plays Nekusar, but Nekusar is just like, it's done. Like it's what do you call it? It's solved, you might say, right? It's been around for a long time. I mean, you can make a couple tweaks here and there, but like the cards played in a Nekusar deck are like pretty straightforward. And so my deck that I decided to make, I still wanted to do discard, but I didn't want to do like Psychosis Crawler, Underworld Dreams, Nekusar stuff. Didn't want to do that because that's just, I've seen it a ton, and for me it's boring. And I've had a Nekusar deck before, and it's fun when you do a wheel one time, but it can get a little old. So this deck, I've decided I'm still going to do some of those cards, but I'm going to focus more on the discard side of things. So I have, let me move this over here for, I can, so I have like Megarum, Liliana's Caress, Raider's Wake, and actually one of the secret techs of things that I'm super excited for. Let me change the autofocus here. Is this type effect. I've loved this card since it came out like a million years ago. And this is, maybe it'll show here. This is Warp Devotion. Plus, it's an old cool foil. But it is, whenever a permanent is returned to a player's hand, that player discards a card from his or her hand. So it can be super brutal when you start getting low cards in hand from, getting opponents down to low cards in hand. And, but then I'm not going to play a ton of Wraths, but I'm going to play a lot of Bounce. So I'm going to play some of these classic cards that I've wanted to play, like, I mean, this is actually a kill spell, but like Clutch of the Undercity. See if I get rid of that. I still need a little bit of it. Work on the glare a little bit there. But basically, I have all these bounce spells. I don't have Cyclonic Rift right now, but like this is one I'm super pumped to be in this deck because I get to play the Nightscape Master, which is an old classic card that I loved these masters, and they're sort of underpowered nowadays, but I actually think this one's still pretty good because you can bounce a creature and deal 2 damage to a creature. But being able to bounce a creature and then Warp Devotion makes them discard, it's going to be nice. And then the last little bit that I want to do is I'm going to play some big creatures that steal stuff from my opponent's graveyards. So, again, things that I want to play but usually can't find a home for. So this is a lot more like combat-focused, bouncy discard deck. Anyways, it's just things that... this is like where I live. This is like my state of mind of most of my commander decks right now. And as I've just been wanting to go back to, not go back because the past was so great, but like one of the fun things about past commander was the discovery of new things, but things that weren't made for commander, right? Like I feel like we're spoon fed today. Like we just get cards literally made for commander, like they're the commander version of a set. It's like these are the commander cards, and as much as that's great, like it does allow cards to get made that probably wouldn't get made otherwise. It's more fun for me, and this is just a personal thing, I'm not saying it's wrong to like the commander cards. It's more fun to me to take a card that's made for 60 card and find a cool place for it in commander, right? And so I think a lot of people like that, but some of that is missed, and so I have to sort of like artificially do that for myself nowadays, where I sort of put like themes on my decks where I can break the themes, but it's more fun to just like really build into the theme. So like I'll actively be like, I'm not playing Wraths or like direct like creature destruction in this deck. I'll do it through like creatures, like an Avatar of Woe, which is again is a classic card that I don't really get to play much anymore. But in this deck it'll be not bad because I think it'll be fairly often that 10 or more creatures are in everybody's graveyards because I'm making everybody discard, right? Or I'm actually gonna play, like I get to play like these crazy ones, Nemesis of Reason. I'm actually gonna try and play a few of these things. These kind of creatures that allow you to get them back into play, so I can discard them and then get them back through different effects. Again, just things that I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't feel like my train of thought is going 100%, but I like playing. I like trying things that I don't have in other decks, basically. So, because Magic is so diverse, but so often we just have like the same like 50 cards in a deck, and then the only difference is like 10, 20 cards maybe, which is fine, but I'm trying to do it where I get to play a lot of different cards. I've even stopped putting Soul Ring in a lot of decks just because it like warps the game in not a good way. Even as the player, like it's cool to be like, ooh, I got an early Soul Ring, but then your deck ends up playing so different than it usually would play if you didn't have that Soul Ring, especially with Mana Crypt gone. Like you can't expect that power explosion, and it feels nice in the moment, but yeah. Anyways, it's just gotten boring to me. So, anyways, yeah, and I don't want to be like hipster about it, Kupaka. I'm not trying to like, oh, my decks are so original, like I'm sure there's a ton of people out there that have a Nicol Bolas Crosis like discard deck. It's pretty straightforward, right? And I would just play Crosis. And here's the thing that I've been loving doing lately too is having multiple commanders that do the same thing. The episode that I'm working on right now that I was hopefully going to get out like 2 days ago, I played a deck. It's a Celestia deck. It's based on Celestia tokens. And if you think about all the commanders that like affect Celestia and our tokens, there's a ton of them. But I have like 5 or 6 that really work with the deck fairly well. And so I can like randomize and just like randomly choose one for fun. And it like barely changes up the deck of like what you focus on and how fast it can be or slow and how powerful it is. Or you can like choose on purpose. You can be like, oh, I'm playing a mid pod or like a casual pod, so this deck fits. But oh, it seems like people are playing a little bit at the higher end of mid or a little bit the lower end of mid. So let me swap out like who my commander is, right? And so I've been doing that fairly often. So I don't own one right now. The Nicol Bolas, that's the Planeswalker one that flips, the one that makes them discard when he comes into play. But when I get one, it'll be in the deck as well. And so, but I'll have like those 3 as like potential options, right? Crosis, Nicol Bolas, or the other Nicol Bolas. This Nicol Bolas is good because it's a 7/7, so it's actually like can close out the game. But it's bad because it has the upkeep, But then it's good again because it makes them discard their whole hand. But then that's sort of bad because tons of other things I do already make them discard, so I don't really need them to discard their whole hand. But anyways, and then Crosis is just like a worse version. But again, it'll be like if it's if we're playing super casual, I can play Crosis and then I'm all of a sudden not as powerful, And so, anyways. But no, I didn't think you meant disrespect to me, Kupaka. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't sounding all like my stuff's super special and only I make decks like this, So you're all good. And I am starting to stream on YouTube and Twitch. So the chat that I have is from both. So if I'm responding to something that you don't see in chat, that could potentially be why. So I need to remind myself to read the question for both people. So Kupaka had said, you're trying to break from the norm and make unique decks, which is cool. And then I said the hipster stuff, and he said, no, I didn't mean hipster. Sorry, no disrespect at all. I was trying to say I understand what you mean. My fault. No fault at all. We're totally on the same page. Oblivion, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Just doing a little bit of late night deck building. Just talking about some of my deck building philosophy randomly because I like to wax philosophical sometimes. And then probably going to crack open this Neon Dynasty box. I'm a little like hesitant. That's weird. How much is this box worth? This is what we have to toy with, right? Because let's see here. On Dynasty. Collector booster box. Maybe? I'm on my laptop now streaming because my second desktop in a year died. I think I can Frankenstein them together into it, but I have to do that. It takes me some time, and I'm not a super computer guy. Let's see how much this box is worth right now. About $300. 290 is the lowest. About 300 is the average, including shipping. Yeah. So we gotta hope for some good stuff if we're gonna crack this, you know. Gotta hope for the. Oh, there's a raid. Sorry, I'm using this new streaming software that lets me stream from both to both YouTube and Twitch, but it doesn't show me the raid stuff. That's good to know. PCG guy, thanks so much for the raid. I appreciate everybody. How's everyone doing? Totally rad, brother. I don't know if you can see since you're dual. Yeah, exactly. Oblivion, thanks so much. I didn't even see that. Thanks so much, everybody. How's your game? Who won? Give me the deets. I love a good commander game. But yeah, thanks for the raid on Twitch. For those that are here, we're starting to stream on Twitch and YouTube. So watch us wherever you're comfortable. But there are, I do think there's pros and cons. I think the benefit of it is on YouTube, like after the stream, like people can find it easily. I think, but then live, I think Twitch is a little bit better. I'm hopeful. So starting next week, because we're doing these Friday streams every Friday. Starting next week, we're gonna have it where you can use channel points, at least on Twitch. And I'm hopeful there's something similar that we can do with YouTube to like influence the games. And you can, if you save up enough points, you can do like a booster tutor and choose a player that gets to open a pack like mid game, and like even like a regular commander game, even if it's not like a special one, you can just like randomly give a pack to someone that's like behind, or if you like them or something. And they get to choose a card out of it and play it, and then they get to keep the pack too. So you're literally giving a pack to one of our players that they get to keep. So but yeah, I'll try and keep track of both or I guess let me see what happens here if I. Yeah, it just yeah, the that's interesting. That's learn something new, that the actually, what if I move this here? No, I'll just have to pay attention. I need to just set it up so that the raids come through. Okay. All right. Well, any thoughts? Do you want me to finish going through my deck, or do you want me to start cracking these boosters? No offense if you just want me to crack the boosters, but if you want me to go through my deck a little bit, sort of finalize it and show you what I'm doing, let me know that too. I'm gonna probably do both, but it's late and not everybody is gonna be here the whole night. I'll take this chance with the raid here to let you guys know about the Dragon Horde that we've started, and I'll actually gonna go ahead and give a code away. So crack a pack and then deck after. Okay, that's the current vote. Anybody else? Just two NPCs, you do you. Obviously, I'll do me. I appreciate it, but I want to know your thoughts. What do you guys prefer? Do you want to do deck building first, or the deck, or the packs? But yeah, the get that Star Wars inspired Odawara. I love that Star Wars. I love that Empire Strikes Back Star Wars. Just really, that when that card came out, that Odawara came out, I was like, okay, I'm down for Star Wars Magic the Gathering. Like, I don't know if it'll ever happen, because actually someday um play these on the channel. I haven't ever opened them. So my uncle is actually, this is my like one nepotism thing. Although he sent me this one. I bought this one from the LGS. But he's the art director at Fantasy Flight for Star Wars. So I think he's just the art director, like overall. But they have like a commander version of the game. But I just bring that up because I don't know if they'll ever do a Star Wars Magic because they have their own game. But Otawara. What did I say? Oh, you misspelled it. Gotcha. Who is the commander? The commander is Nicol Bolas and Croesus the Purger, or the other Nicol Bolas that I don't have yet. So as I was saying earlier, it's a non-Nekusar discard deck. So all the stuff that you think of with Nekusar, where like they draw and take damage, not that. It's discard, a little more combat oriented, and a little bit more steal your stuff too. A little more creature focused than like big wheels and stuff like that. You're spot on there. Just to NPCs. As I was saying, one of my favorite things lately is to make the deck to make a deck with a theme. Like this is a discard deck, but be able to run like multiple commanders. So depending on like the power level of the group for that game, I'll like switch commanders, and the other one just goes in the deck, so I don't have to choose too. You can play whichever one you're feeling that night. Yeah, I think I've heard more and more people doing it. I naturally did it with a what was the main deck that I did it with? I did it with my werewolves for a while because I had Ulrich for a longest time as my werewolf commander, but then they made Tovalar, and it's like, come on, Tovalar is way better. But if sometimes, if I'm trying to play a little bit not as powerful or just feel like it, you play Ulrich, Yeah, it's actually one of my favorite new things. I was telling people earlier, the episode I'm working on right now, I played a Celestia deck, and I have like 5-6 token style commanders that can be the commander. Anyways, okay. So, oh yeah. So what I was going to say is we are doing something starting last week and moving forward for the foreseeable future called the Dragon Horde here at Kingdoms. And it's pretty cool, I think. It's just a way to really get you guys some cool free stuff. Most of it for now is just coming from me to you as a thank you for watching and being here. But we do have some companies that send us stuff every once in a while. Like one of these cool quivers. And this will probably be in there at some point. This is like the full-on thing. The Quiver sent us some cool stuff. And right now, so how it works is every week I'm going to add a cool item to the Horde. The last week we and we have a wheel that, because typically these Friday streams are not just going to be me chilling. We have a schedule. Like next week we're playing Commander, and it's going to be in-person live Commander, and it's going to be Kindred. Everyone's playing a Kindred deck. I'm playing Elves, and if you're interested, I can look up what everyone else is playing. Let me know. But anyways, we have this wheel that will spin when it's not just me chilling here. But last week a playmat was added to the Horde, and this week I'll put something random in the Horde, but it could be collector booster packs. We have Quiver. We have right now we don't have a main sponsor, so We still Dragon Shield sends us some stuff. Quiver, Ultimate Guard. I'd love for one of them to decide to sponsor us. For now, they've each one of them has like sent us some care packages, but with a few different things. But maybe for now it's a bunch of random stuff. But anyways, we'll add some like cool Dragon Shields, but then we have some like precons that are basically only like used once. Like basically we put it on the deck. We played the deck once and sleeved it up, and then that's it, and so you get a whole deck full, that's sleeved. So all these cool things will be added to the Horde, and then anyone can win. You basically just have to get these codes that we'll be giving away. And the codes, you can get them by being in the live stream and being there when the code is given out. They will be in some of our edited videos on YouTube. And then also patrons get some bonus codes through our Discord. So at the end of each month, starting the end of February, so because of January is only like a half month, one person will win the whole Horde. And one of the cool things about it too is people can you can turn in by giving subs on Twitch or making donations on YouTube, you can add additional things to the Horde. So you're help supporting us, but really that money is sort of turned right back around and benefits one of someone in our community. So and so every code you get is another entry into the win. So the code for tonight, and I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. Let me write it on right here. The code for tonight will be let's do Neon Dynasty. I just realized that Dynasty has nasty in it for the first time. Who knew? Everyone probably knew that, but I never even thought about it. The Nasty Dynasty. So for those of you that know, just now all of you know, keep track of this code, write it down somewhere, put it in a Google Doc or something, and at the end of February there'll be a Google form that I'll send out in Discord and on the socials and in live stream. I'll have links to it, and you'll go there. You'll put your name in. It'll be really simple. You just basically put your name, a way that you can be contacted, and then your code, all the codes that you have, and then one person will win, and they'll get that whole Horde for that month, and then it starts over for the next month. So I think it'll be pretty cool. This is a fun way of doing it, and also in the past I would just give away a lot of stuff, but then it would be like 5, 6, 7. Sometimes I even did some big giveaways where it was like 50 people won stuff, right? But then I had to it became like a little part-time job to like send out 50 different things, and so I didn't enjoy that because I was already giving the stuff away for free, and then for it to become. But anyways, I won't complain too much, but this way everyone has a chance to enter still and win, but it's just one person. And I'll still have some other random things that we give away. This is just the one thing, and I'm excited. I'm really hopeful that we can get some sponsorships, even if it's just them sending us product again, but just like regularly. With some of these different companies, because then that's where I want hopefully a lot of this stuff to come from. Yeah, so if there's any random sponsors out there that like what we're doing here and want to sponsor our community, we'd love to have an official gear sponsor. I'll be honest, I do enjoy Quiver products, Dragon Shield, Ultimate Guard, Ultra Pro. I like most of the products out there. I do have some preferences for like some sleeves versus I like some deck boxes better and different things like that. But you know, whoever wants to work with us, I also want to work with you. Anyways, you got the DMU pack there for Stain. Awesome. Yeah, I've sent out a lot of packs over the years. Because it's fun, it is still fun, but I did want to switch things up so that I don't have to be like at the post office all the time. I used to have a TCG player store. I technically still do, but it's hidden right now. And so I already was having to ship out tons of things on that, and I haven't done that since I got into the hospital, but might start it up again. But anyways, right now I mainly use, which I'll plug, Card Conduit. I use our sponsor all the time now. Just if I need extra cash, I'll ship them my stuff. So I don't sell on TCG Play right now because Card Conduit is so easy. And that's not even a lie. Or not a lie, but like that's not even like, I mean, we are sponsored by them, but it's not like a planned sponsorship. That's just like what I do right now. So GameGenix. Yeah, I haven't used a ton of GameGenix yet. GameGenix, you want to be in the running, shoot us some stuff. I know the spike feeders love your stuff, so hit us up. We'll give it a shot. But all right. Sorry, I was just talking a lot. I don't know if I missed some chats here. Someone should play Warriors. We had Warriors on the channel with the Gornog. And we obviously a lot of people play Nagila. But I think they might be too powerful for it's just a mid-power game. You'd have to play a pretty low power version of Warriors. Couldn't play Nagila. But just NPCs. Yeah, thanks for everyone for chilling. Don't feel bad if you got to leave as always. But yeah, Neon Dynasty is the code. You can share the code with people, but it sort of just decreases your chances of winning. So it's up to you. But yeah, I think with that, I'm gonna flip a coin, whether I'm gonna do deck building or open the box right now. No, I'm gonna open the box. It's already almost 11 o'clock here. I know it's like 1 o'clock back east, 10 o'clock west coast. So hey, and Sangoon, how's it going? Playing a CDH tournament tomorrow. Any words of wisdom, South Kaiser? You're better at CDH than me, South Kaiser. But we did just play with the Salt City guys. I had them on. Spoiler for anybody that's gonna watch our episode in the future. Is my mouth on? Is it on the audio? Sorry, I got distracted, but let me know if my mouth is off of the audio. But yeah, CDH tournament tomorrow. Which one is it, South Kaiser? Sync confirmed. Thank you. Perfect. When I was recording earlier with OBS, it was a little bit off, so I'm glad that it is not off now. Yeah. Okay. CDH tournament. I would say let's see if I have any advice that is unique to me. I would say here's maybe some controversial advice, but it has served me well. There's a reason everyone's playing in a multiplayer format, right? You could play just if you really were, as they call a sweaty Magic player, and just wanted to play and just be a spike and just like win at all costs. you're probably just going to play a 60 card format or a a one-on-one format. Playing in a draft, playing a legacy tournament, something like that, right? There's a reason that you wanted to play a multiplayer format. And everyone is the same way. People might say that, like, don't talk or don't politic, but one, there's two parts to that. I think then why are you playing a multiplayer format? Like, it doesn't really make sense to me. And two, I think you should use that to your advantage. Doesn't mean you should lie to people. It doesn't, like, you technically can, but it doesn't mean that you have to do that or that you should. But just, like, use the politics of the game, right? Talk with people and have fun and, like, make friends, and don't do that to win, but just naturally as you're, like, having fun and getting to know people and, like, just having a good time with other people playing this game, you're gonna probably do better too. You're gonna have more opportunities to make deals, to get your case be heard. Of sometimes you just want people to believe you that someone else is the threat, right? Like, and you're seriously like, hey, this is just threat assessment. They're gonna probably win. I won't tell you what's everything in my hand, but, like, I don't have the win in my hand. And you want people to believe you, and not so that you can lie to them and, like, take advantage of it, but just, like, so that you can have fun and, like, really have that. So that's my word of advice with CDH, is that I hear sometimes people being like, don't talk in CDH, or, like, just stick to the game. And it's like, then just don't play a multiplayer format. Like, what the heck, yeah, and it's not about winning, because, like, you could have, like, a perfect game, but you have 3 opponents, and they can just have that much more of a perfect game, or someone else makes a mistake and counters the wrong thing, and you're, like, if all the time in games I'll be like, why did you make that choice? You just ruined it for everyone else. But that's just how the game goes, and so you do have to be doing it for the fun, and just remember, hey, it's a game. I'm playing for fun. I'm playing with multiple people, and yeah. So I think you're right, South Kaiser. Like, but, like that's, like, I do that in regular games of Commander, right? Like, in a regular game of Commander, I'm still, like, gonna try and point out, hey, look at the threat that they have. I I might still have my own threats, and I'm like misdirecting a little bit, but I'm not lying. And, like, and that's, you do that in all kinds of games, like in all kinds of board games. That you're playing with multiple people, even with just one other person. You're saying, hey, like, but you can do it in a way that's not like you're a stick in the mud, and I think you'll have more fun, they'll have more fun, and it'll give you a bonus. But that's my thoughts on it. I'm not saying I'm right, but that's how I view it, because for me, Commander is more of a board game than it is, or it's the board game version of Magic the Gathering. And so, like, why do you play board games? Typically, it's for the people first, and for that experience. And second, it's for the really cool game. If someone's not interested in the people, then, like, just go play a computer game, Like, you'll probably have a better experience, because yeah, anyways. But, all right. So let's open some packs. Let me go grab the wheel, actually, so we know what we're adding to the horde. I'm gonna spin it. I'll try and spin it on with this camera here. Alrighty, here is the wheel. Well, maybe I'm gonna put it back here. Actually, might not be able to hear me 100%, but okay. As you can see, we have sleeves, booster pack, recon, dice, secret lair. Yeah, I forgot that we put a straight up secret lair on. 4 booster packs, playmat. We have a collector booster, so we have regular boosters and a collector booster. Deck boxes, playmat, and then we have chaos. Chaos is just something random. Like it could be Snickers bar, or it could be, maybe I won't do a Snickers bar because people have allergies. It could be like some Starburst. It could be an Amazon gift card or Brandon Sanderson book. I have a few. It could be something just completely random. Yeah, that's we're live on Twitch and we're live on YouTube. So I have this thing that shows me both. I need to be a little bit better about reading what people say because there's 2 chats. So where else are you live from? Insane Goon. Then a lot of that conversation earlier was on about the CDA. But yeah, try and read out the questions so that both can. Okay, but here we go. A little awkward to hold this and, but screw right here. I'm trying to tighten. Oh, jeez. All right. Okay, so what we're adding to the Horde this week is, try and get a good spin. A deck box. Okay, I have a cool deck box I've been wanting to add actually. So and it's from Quiver. So we're not doing the big Quiver yet, but this one is still really cool. It comes with and it hasn't been used. There's a little bit of dust on it, but yeah. So it comes with this like thing that keeps it like super secure, which I actually really like. And I don't know. Maybe this is to see. Let's see if you can see cards through it. You see through this? Nope. Oh, maybe this is to like write on. Maybe that is you could write like with dry erase marker. But yeah, it's cool. Really like nice felt. This is a yellow one, obviously. It has this thing in here that lets you put stuff beneath it. Like you can throw some dice in here and then throw this on. And then put your deck on it. So you can have like that extra little spot there, or you can just like put your whole deck in there without it. And then yeah, you put your deck in, throw this on, it stays real secure. Can be smarter than the box, that is. Boom. So another one added to the Horde. So make sure to keep track your codes. Consider supporting us on Patreon. You get access to our private Discord, and there's bonus codes there for that. And then also make sure to check out our episodes on YouTube. After this stream, I'm going to finish editing our video to hopefully get it out tomorrow. And there'll be some codes in those as well. So, sitting in Domino's parking lot waiting for my food, lol. Nice. And I feel like Domino's, with a lot of other pizza companies sort of doing worse, I feel like Domino's has improved randomly. I got randomly some Domino's like 2 weeks ago, and it was pretty good. Pretty good. I usually don't. The best pizza around here is called via 313. It's Detroit style. I used to live in Detroit for a couple years, and it's real good. It's like the deep dish kind of square pizza. All right. I'm over on YouTube talking and didn't realize you were live here too. Yeah, either way. You got the sandwiches and wings. You don't even get the pizza? The pizza's good. Oh, if you're in Utah, you should go to Via 313. Such good pizza. It's the best pizza. It's like in Utah. It's not the best pizza in Utah. It's the best pizza in Utah County though. But it's top pizza. It's probably top 5 in Utah, which isn't saying a lot. Utah doesn't have the best pizza scene, but it is like classic Detroit style pizza. So, and it's a little more expensive, but it's because it's better, honestly. In this case, you are paying more for the pizza. So, all right. So let's open some packs. I think we're about there. I'm a little nervous because these packs are worth a lot more unopened unless you get something really good. Let's look at our chase cards real quick so we can be excited if we pull one. What is it? It's probably just like foil lands. Oh. Let's see. Kamigawa, Neon Dynasty. We're going to go high to low. Want to do cards. Oh, let's do not cards. Let's see how much a regular. So a case is about 1,400. Wait, oh yeah, for the collector booster. For about 300 for the box, and then for a pack individually, it's probably 1/12 of that. I would assume. Wait, where are the packs? Can you not buy packs right now on? It's weird. Doesn't look like you can buy packs on TCG Player by themselves. All right, top cards. We have, we have these. I never got one of these Wandering Emperor Showcase Foil etched. That's $75, so that's the biggest one. Then we have the Hidetsugu Neon Green. It's $55. And then we're down to $30 for the Wandering Emperor regular showcase. And then $30. I think these are non-foil. These Beseiju is only $30 full art. But a foil one is like $70. So, but yeah, it looks like it's the lands. It's the cool lands, probably in like foil, or it is the Wandering Emperor. I guess a couple of these special Hidetsugus. A green one. You guys got to help me with the Hidetsugus because I'm a little bit colorblind. So, I mean, I could tell the blue one, but the green and red one, I might not be super pumped about until I know it's the cool color. But yeah, man, there's not a ton of. Mainly those lands. We're hitting. It's lands or bust. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I shouldn't open this box. Oh shoot! How many people do we have in here in chat? All right, we have a fair amount of people. All right, I'm doing this for you, everybody. Consider becoming a patron. Even if, yeah, never mind. It would be awesome if you'd be a patron, but no pressure if you don't want to. But we have a private Discord and get bonus stuff. You can play with us on Discord. We haven't done it a ton lately, but and then there are higher tiers with some other things. Like you can actually be in an edited video through Spell Table with us. If you live in Utah, we're gonna have it where you can actually play in a live recorded game at Game Grid Lehigh, because we're gonna have a live stream set up a semi-permanent setup there with them starting in a couple weeks. But anyways, all right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna open it. I already said I would. Let's just hope for some cool foil lands. They'll make it worth it. Even if I don't, it's still worth it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Where'd that go? Okay, there it is. Here we go. Once we crack it, just rip off the Band-Aid. Then it's the money's gone, the value's gone. Kamigawa was such cool visuals, though. I mean, the new Aether, like, Aether Drift, they just should have gone with these vibes. These are so much cooler than Aether Drift. I'm okay. I think the gold cards are probably cool. People say that they're going to be cooler in person, but I don't know. It just does seem like this. I feel like they did a little bit of gimmicks in Kamigawa, but they did it right. Like it still feels like Kamigawa. It still feels like a cool set. Aether Drift, it's like Thunder Junction. I don't really like that they're pulling from so many different planes. It just feels like an unearned Avengers like movie, and but no one cares about the story. So it's like, I don't know, it's all of a sudden just Mario Kart. I mean, it looks like Mario Kart too. Everyone has like a weird cart, and I don't know. Anyways, I don't think it's bad, but I just don't understand why they do some sets so well and others just don't hit. Like, I don't know if it's like a different person in charge every time, but I just wish they would stick with the ones that hit. Anyways. I mean, honestly, the Pokemon cards from someone said in chat the gold cards look like e-reader Pokemon cards from like 2003. I don't mind that, or at least I don't mind the Pokemon cards from like Duskmourn. I was obsessed with those. I still never got one, but maybe someday. I really want to get that Llanowar Elves, and then those the spirits. I really want to get one of those someday. And those looked amazing. Those were Pokemon style, but yeah, these gold ones are, I don't know, they're a little much. Yeah, it should be gold, not yellow. They should have really gone on like the metallic gold. And they should have done like gold versions of the oil slicked lands. Like it should be like it should be a more pale, almost khaki gold, not this pea yellow, you know. I said it. Maybe others aren't saying it, but anyways. We got the really cool lands. Yeah, even though they're not worth a ton, there are the Yukio lands in this set, so I'm always pumped to get those. We got a samurai token with a human monk. I don't know if I know who makes this monk token. All right. Let's move in a little bit here, shall we? I'm going to turn off the focus because it just never works how I like it, but I'm going to zoom in a bit here. Let's see. There we go. That was a little too much. All right. Look them up on Google. The Pokemon. I'll have to check them out. But I've seen the Aether Drift ones. I need to pay attention to some of these ninjas. Like, this one's not half bad. Like, anyways. All right. Some of these sagas too, I like never really used. That's such cool art though. They just did a really good job with these. Alrighty. And down the commons, got a cool mountain. Someday I want to go to Japan, go to some of the onsen towns like this. Super cool. And common. I swear this is a rare slot. I guess it's just an alternate border slot. Alright. Oh, okay. Well, they really gave us this one. We got a foil one too. Ambusher. As long as Futurist Operative is tapped, it's a human citizen with base power and toughness 1/1 and can't be blocked. It's actually sort of cool. Got a Kura, the Boundless Sky, regular foil. Concord of the Kami, with the Kami. See, there's a bunch of cards I still don't know because this is a commander one. Beginning of your end step, choose one or more. Put a counter on target creature with a counter on it. Okay. Draw a card if you control an enchanted creature. Create a 1/1 close spirit creature token if you control an equipped creature. They tried to do that where you could have equipment and enchantments in one deck, but it's pretty hard. It's pretty rough. Little Lizard Blade. Okay, we got the first land. It's the worst one, not foil, but there's still a place for Iganjo. What are we doing? We got Lizard Blades and then Ganjo and a Mukotai Soul Ripper. It's a vehicle. I am going to do something with vehicles soon, especially with the Aether Drift. I've never done a vehicle deck. There's enough vehicles out there. I'm going to give it a shot. When it attacks, you may sack another artifact or creature. If you do, put a counter on it, and it gains menace till end of turn. Whatever. Christopher, what'd you miss? Hey, we had, yeah, just been chatting mostly. And then we did have a code earlier. Maybe someone will share it with you. So these are some of the best full art lands in the game. Absolute dog. Booty juice or bust. Big money. Okay, next pack. Here we go. I mean, honestly, that would be cool to get that nice wandering. Oh, did I just like mangled that? I did not intend to. Thankfully, it's the token. Jeez. Did I do that? Or was it already like that? I have to check the next one, but, well, that's ruined. Gotta be a little more careful. My own strength. Essence Capture. It's interesting because a lot of these cards I didn't really play, but then started using them more because I've been playing some standard Brawl. And so there's a lot of cards that you have to use. Although I don't think this set's in there anymore. And just regular Brawl too. Okay, got some samurais. Ninjas. Alright, we got one of the foil Ninja Turtles. I don't know if I have this art of this one. Enters the battlefield with a death touch counter on it. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a death touch counter from it. When you do, exile target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Pretty cool. I wish... Oh, here's another ninja insect. I actually finally got this in a deck. I put it in my Gandalf deck, the blue-green Gandalf. I haven't ever got it out yet, but... Collision of Realms. I don't know what this does. Each player shuffles all creatures they own into their library. Each player who shuffled a non-token creature into their library this way reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a creature card. Then puts that card on the bottom of the battlefield and the rest of the bottom of their library. Yeah, this should have not been non-token. I mean, well, we already saw that rare in the back there, but I know that, like, but that's like what makes these cards worth 7 mana is when you can turn tokens into creatures. Whatever. Weaver of Harmony, regular. Not foil, a regular mirror, or not a regular, but a alternate border non-foil mirror box. Someday I still want to do something with that. And then March of Reckless Joy. This is the worst one, right? Exile the top X cards of your library. May play up to 2 of those cards until the end of your next turn. It's not the worst, but it's not the best either. The full art foil. Very cool. All right. Not very good so far. I don't know if those packs were worth $30, $40. Man, is it? It has to be me, because I mean, thankfully I'm keep merking the tokens, but geez, gotta really remember to chill out. Okay. All right, got some commons. Tawashi Guide Bot. All right, here's what I'm going to do just for my own peace of mind. I'm going to open half the box. We don't hit a foil channel end. I'm not going to open the rest of it until like maybe another day or something. But if we do, I'll open the whole thing. Because it is a little rough opening this and then not being worth anything. Moonsnare Specialist. When Moonsnare Specialist enters the battlefield, return up to 1 target creature to its owner's hand. That's pretty good, actually. It's only a common. Another Lizard Blades. This one's a foil one, though. I can at least check it out. We have an actual pilot in Katori Pilot Prodigy. Ooh. Non-foil Tamashi Reality Architect. Full art. Oh, both of them are not foil. Come on. If they both were foil, that would have been, even though they're not worth anything. But we got a second different art version. And okay. March of the Wretched Sorrow. I actually think this is a little bit better than I originally thought. I was even thinking about putting this in my Toshiro deck. Deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker, you gain X life. Yeah, this is the first card that I think I will put in a deck for, like, I'm going to try it in Toshiro Umezawa. Wait, is it Toshiro? The mono black Umezawa. I swear it's Toshiro. But what color is this? This isn't a special one, is it? Anybody? Show me Kudo, Kupaka says. I don't think Kudo's in this set. Yeah, Toshiro, yeah. What are the special colors? Do they have to be not this color, I think? Okay. Pack number 4. Man, this is a little bit rough on that card. Yeah, it keeps bending. I did not. Well, I need to just. Well, we already know. I think this is a cool card. Why do I keep bending these? I got to be careful. I keep saying that, but I thought I was careful on this last one. Jeez. Moon Circuit Hacker. I think I have most of these. I even have the old ones, I think. Or no, maybe I don't have the old ones anymore. That's why I didn't do the deck. But if I have the old ones, I should build a shrine deck. Thought the colors were neon. Is this one not neon? Doesn't it have like... I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is not neon. Got a forest for the Yukio land. It's so weird when they do this. This happens pretty regularly. Get a regular one and then a foil one right after it. Fang of Shigeki. Another Moon Circuit Hacker. Foil Weaver of Harmony. I actually think I needed another one of these. Myojin of Roaring Blades. These Myojins were horrible. Alright, Myojins. Hidetsugu consumes all. Okay, that's what it was. I guess it's not what I thought it was. I was thinking card that we got was this, but this is not a flip card. Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa, regular, or I guess it's full art, non-foil. The Dragon Kami Reborn. You gain 2 life. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Exile one of them face down with a hatchling counter on it. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. You do that twice, okay. Exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield. Transform under your control. Dragon Kami's Egg. Whenever Dragon Kami's Egg or a dragon you control dies, you may cast a creature spell from among the cards you own in exile with hatchling counters on them without paying its... Ooh, this is actually not bad for my Vivictus deck. This might survive because as long as this doesn't die before it flips, I can get a free dragon from it, and it's pretty cheap. Plus, it can help me reset the top of the deck. Yeah, I might actually try and find a spot for that deck. All right, 2 more packs to get a Cycle Land. Come on, baby. Need that foil Cycle Land. Or just an Otawara, period. I need, or a Boseiju. It can be an Otawara of any kind, a Boseiju of any kind, or a foil of the others. Okay. Gotta be careful now. Alright. Man, these things are a little rough to open if you don't. Oh man, it was still a little bent. Thankfully, it's just the token, but man, it'd be a bummer if I ended up bending something good. Another Ninja Turtle. Oh, it's the same one, just a regular version. Foil. Got a Plains this time. A Ronin. We got the Cool Ninja. Actually don't know. I don't know if I have that art with that one. Oh, we did it. Dang it. Oh. This is the worst possible option for me to keep going. Oh, dang it. Oh well. We're going to open the whole box now. Man of my word. You got just Seat of the Empire, regular foil. I do have a place for this in a deck. Oh. I think this is my only version of this one that's foil regular. Oh, that's funny. Oh well. I was already planning on initially opening. Well, and we got a regular Sokensen. Well, it's full art but non-foil, and Scrap Welder. I haven't seen that art before. Pretty cool, actually. I wish it was a foil one because then I could put it in my deck, but I already have a regular foil one in my deck. And we have Ryu Storm's Edge. This is actually really cool. I've never seen this art. Or I think maybe I did, but I don't have it. When a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, untap it. If it's the first combat phase of this turn, there's additional combat phase after this phase. This guy is just so cool looking. I want to find a deck for him, but I don't have a samurai or a warrior deck. Man, that's cool. It's probably worth like $1, but it's cool at least. Kupaka says, "Let's go, crack all the packs, baby." And we're doing it. Hopefully we get like the Wanderer in the second half. Man, I need like scissors or something. Do I have scissors? Don't. Oh no. Now I'm like too timid to open it, but then can't open the pack if I don't pull on it hard. So tense to. They don't have any pull tabs, right? There's no pull tabs on these old ones. All right, I'm gonna go grab a water and some scissors. BRB. All this merch here. Oh, wait. Some Powerade and some scissors. I think the like special neon is the top one. Chris says, "I want to see Neon Hidetsugu." Isn't it still at the top? Let's see. I think, let's see. Not coming up in the regular set. Let's see if I do. Yeah, why aren't those coming up with the most expensive? Price high to low. Okay. It is when I just do cards. That's weird. So yeah, $600 for a neon red. And neon green's 55. The yellow one is a WPN exclusive. That's 18. Blue one's 22. So you need a red one to get the true chase hit. Otherwise, you're looking for the Wandering Emperor, some foil cycle lands, Otawara or Boseiju. It's always the blue and the green, baby. The Simic life believes ya. Okay. I'm gonna try and get some music going. Don't know. Let's see. It's a little loud. That music coming through. We got like a dance club or whatever. Can you guys hear the music? Actually, probably pretty loud. Let me turn it down. Yeah, loud. Okay, sorry. How about that? Is it still loud, or is that? How's that? Tiny bit up. Okay. Alrighty. I gotta make sure I'm not cutting the cards. There we go. Okay. No bend cards this time. Get them out. Oh, oh. Okay, it was me. I was bending the cards. All right. When we were young. Seems like a song. Got an island. Got a cool origami island. YouTube comments are just slow to get to you. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like YouTube. Let me see if I can check it out here. I feel like YouTube like gets behind. I don't know why. You know, if soon this wavy wave comes in. And it's like 10 seconds at least behind. Interesting. Yeah, it's Restream, Kupaka. Got that hydrate in me. All right. Let's finish this pact here. Got another foil Guardians. Great. Coiling Stalker. This Infiltrator does such cool art. And it sucks. Ganjo Uprising. Foil, regular. A full art Cyberdrive Awakener. I should play this in my artifact deck. Junji, regular. The Kami War, regular. And then a foil full art Kura the Boundless Sky. Got two foil Kuras tonight. Like the one I don't want. Who will? Kami War. This flips into this one, yep. Yeah, the Cyber Drive Awakener, I'm pretty sure I need to put it in Artifact X. I have like tons of signets that would kill with it. Alright, well, we said we'd go all the way. We got the foil Ganjo. So let's do the other side. Yeah, it's probably too hard for this laptop. When I make the gosh, I felt like I was cutting a card right there. When I get my next my desktop set up, I'm gonna try and spend maybe a little bit on, what is it, the graphics card? That would be the best part. I don't know. Look into it. A spirit token, double spirit token, a 4/5 spirit, and a 1/1 spirit. Kupaka says it's hard to encode both chats and OBS, and that solved it. But that can be really hard on your computer. Coding like that is hard on your CPU. Video coding side is more GPU intensive. Alright, I'll have to check that out. Web spinner cuff. Brave lighter. Yeah, we got a swamp. Aki Ronin. Man, it's the thing. Some of these cards are so cool looking, even though they sort of sting. Wish the ninjas were just a little bit better. That is so cool of an art foil. Such a cool one. 3/2 lifelink ninjutsu. Bad. Ooh, this is a pretty good. I mean, I don't think it's worth a ton, but it has a lot of uses. Yeah, I have a place for that. Got a place for you. Research thief. Do I swear I have this in my artifact deck, but I need to double check. Another mirror box. A March of the Swirling Mist, which is a pretty good one. We got another Kyodai. This one is oil full art. Like $1. Well, they're cool. We just gotta remember they're cool. Oh, I almost was gonna bend that one again. I want to put my hands in and grab the pack, but then I don't want to. Repel the Vial. Man, again, look at this art, man. This is pretty awesome. A Spell Pierce. I should put that in here. I'll go through those later. Containment Construct. I've always wanted to play that one. Ooh, the really cool swamp. Love this swamp. The city rain swamp. Got another foil Ronin here. Silver Fur Master. Got a foil Hidetsu, consumes all. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. Exile all graveyards. Exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed. Interesting. Access denied. Another March of the Swirling Mist, full art regular. Ooh, I've never seen this art. A regular alternate art, Katose the Silent Spider. Pretty crazy looking. Another Lizard Blades. This one is the special. It's actually pretty cool. To try and find a spot for that. These in the sleeves too. I'll have a spot for them. Thousand Face Shadow. All right, are we gonna hit something big? We're gonna get a Wandering Emperor special one, or I don't think we'll get a Hidetsugu, I'll be honest, but we could get a Otawara or a Seiju. That'll make me feel better about this box if we can hit one of those. Another spirit and a treasure. Historian's Wisdom, huh? When it enters, if enchanted permanent is a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield, draw a card. Okay. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets +2/+1. Interesting. Life of Toshiro Umezawa. It is Toshiro. Feel a kudo this pack. I'm feeling it. All right. A really cool mountain. Fearless Samurai. Dokuchi Shadow Walker. Phosphorus Thief. Kami of Transience. Nuki Transplanter. I tried that once. Another Katose. Jeez. This is sort of a cool one at the end here. Weaver of Harmony. I think this is a little bit off cut. See, the right side here is smaller, and the left side's a little bit bigger. I've never seen this art either. I opened like 3 of these boxes and never saw this art. Whenever Rusona, Asari Commander, deals combat damage to a player, it doesn't have an indestructible counter on it. Put an indestructible counter on it. Okay. When combat damage is dealt to you, remove an indestructible counter from Rusona. Alright. It's a little lackluster, but really cool looking, because that's the trend for this box in this set. Alright, three packs. We're 3/4 of the way through. Alrighty. A Rabbit Battery. It's actually a pretty cool one. Orochi Merge Keeper's not bad either. Be easy to modify him. An Island. Waterfall Island. Seven-Tailed Mentor. Ambusher. Lead of the Oni. Ooh, Ruthless Technomancer. I always need more of him. Underrated, I think, in Commander. Ganjo Uprising. Surge Hacker Mech. And Soul Transfer. Ugh, such a bad card. Alright. Come on, packs. Need something good per box, right? Like... Feels... Is that not a... Oh, that was weird. This feels like thicker. That's really weird. Feels thicker than the rest of the cards. A forest. Templar, another Ninja Turtle. Silencer, got Eater of Virtue. Crappy Mayojin. Invoke Calamity. Got a Grease Fang, Register. Another Igandra Uprising. Oh my gosh. I'll be honest, this is a pretty rough box. Last pack here. You can tell I'm not disappointed. Oh, this is it. We gotta have fun. You gotta live in the moment. It's fun hanging out with you guys and gals. It's fun. Oh, I already know what that is. Great. That's like the worst way to get the finale. Another Hidetsugu consumes all. Well, we can hope for a land still in this pack. Here we go. We have like one slot. Boo. Well, we ended up with a Planeswalker, but he's not foil. So, let's get to it. We got Light Pause, the regular foil Light Pause. Universal Surveillance is the commander card. I don't even know what this is. Inventive Iteration. Return up to one target creature and return an artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Can't draw a card. Exile the Saga. Whenever you cast a spell with your opponents, can't cast spells of the same name mana value until your next turn. Wow, that's really interesting, actually. And Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh. Alternate art. This was a foil? That would have been pretty cool. Oh, you guys. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, well. Not every box is a banger. This is why I sort of don't open usually older stuff later, is because the rate of return is so much worse, because if you can open it when it just comes out, you're getting it for retail. It's not super bad, but now this box is worth so much more sealed than it is opened, you know? This is probably worth like $50 worth of stuff, you know, that you could actually get. But again, that's not like but it almost doesn't matter, because like, well, I do sell some of my cards. Like I do send them to Card Conduit, and like I'll sell cards when so it is nice to open some that are worth a little bit more. But most of the time I'm using the cards, you know, like, so it's not like a waste of money. It's like, it's your hobby, right? But I don't know. Anyways, there's better box openings than others, you know. This one was just a little bit rough. I'm gonna run through these, see if there's any that I need to. Well, we'll do that later. All right, so we have a set. These over here. Oh. These over here. Always use the full art lands as a benefit. Using sleeves in a second. I'm gonna just run through the rest of my deck here. Could have been March of the Machines Aftermax box, yeah. Although it's worth less. I mean, it's costs less to buy it though, right? Like, this one is $300 to buy it nowadays. To get a March of the Machines Probably not $300. No condolences needed, Chris. It's magic. This is part of the game. Oh, all right. Here we go. Croesus the Purger, Nicol Bolas. All right, so I'm gonna just put them in these little boxes of things. These things are creatures that you can get back from your graveyard into hand or to play. It's a little theme that I want to do, is be able to discard these and then get them back. Warp Devotion is with all the bounce spells, so I'm going to keep that separate actually, because Megrim, Liliana's Caress, and Raider's Wake. Is there any other spell that does damage when you discard a card? I know there's some others like when you draw a card, but I feel like these are the only three that I know of. Yeah, the old Foil Croesus this is actually part of the reason I decided to make the deck, because I was going to do it first Croesus, and then I remembered that there's Nicol Bolas. I'm like, well, he should be in the runnings at least. Some lands that do discarding. Put those here. So I can zoom out a bit right now. Well, that really hit the... Alright, I have the Necrogoyf. Power and equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player discards a card. Okay, there's a number of those effects. That's why we wanted that one. Beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, which I think have a permanent go into the graveyard, right? Each opponent may discard a card or sacrifice a permanent. This is Foil Lava Tongue deals 3 damage to each opponent who didn't. 2/2 Death Touch. It's probably worth it. I mean, I'd probably put him in here because he's like an early game sort of almost protection blocker, and then late game he's starts to deal some damage. So I'll just have like a random creature pile over here. I'll try and turn on a little bit more light. Increases the quality, increases the glare, but also the quality, so try and not get the glare going here. Okay, this isn't one that I hadn't seen before, but thought might fit. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each different mana value among cards in your graveyard. I'm going to be discarding cards too. Whenever you discard a non-land card, you may cast it from your graveyard. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's in the same line as where like you discard them and then you get to play them back later. The Raven Man. Actually, you can get the Raven Man super cheap, and you can get the special art, but this art is so much cooler, I think. Raven Man looks like super cool in this art. Beginning of each end step, if a player discards a card this turn, you get a black bird that can't block. Each opponent discards a card. So this makes it one discard. Got a Waste Knot. I actually have the other Waste Knot. I think I put it in here. There it is. I like that one better. Even though it's not doing damage, I'm going to put it here. I had this in another deck. And so I bought this other Waste Knot, which is pretty cheap actually for this special version. So, but now I have 2, and I don't need 2. So then you can always go to Card Conduit. I feel super shilly. I mean, it's not shilling, but like, this is, yeah, I actually do really like it, and do like, anyways, I'm gonna shut up. All right, Cruel Ultimatum. I was thinking about doing that because it's a Nicol Bolas deck, and it does make someone discard 3 cards. But this is a maybe, because it's just so expensive. Drown in the Lock. This is like removal. Counter spells. We're not gonna do a lot of counter spells, but that one sort of fits. Then we have a few. Where are all the wheels? I don't know what I think about the wheels right now because it's just such a done thing. Going wheels. I also only own one Wheel of Fortune. Tier grid. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card. So, yes, it goes here. Here's the wheels on the bus. And Soul Artifact says, gotta have fun with the deck or what's the point? Exactly. I have a few of these dragons sitting waiting for me to make decks with them, but I took apart the only one that I had built because I didn't like the direction I ended up going with it. I feel ya. I had a Rith Sapperling deck for a long time. Took it apart. Well, it actually, excuse me, it turned into Hazan Tamar tokens. And then Rith was just in the deck, but now Rith isn't even in the deck, which I feel bad about. I should put Rith back in that deck. We have Kroxa. This was surprisingly cheap. This set, someone talked about the March of the Machines. Everything's cheap from this set. When it enters, sack it unless it escaped. And it enters the battlefield or attacks. Each opponent discards a card. Just makes it discard. Oppression. I think there's a new Oppression actually. This one's a pretty cool art. Whenever a player successfully casts a spell, that player discards a card. Bottomless Pit. During each player's upkeep, that player discards a card at random. What we're talking about, Painful Quandary. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player loses 5 life. Unless they discard a card. This is like on the border of like being a stacks deck. But it's not quite. Because you can still play things. I don't know. It feels like... We'll see. We'll see how it ends up doing. Whenever you would draw a card this turn, each opponent discards a card instead. Words of Waste. I like the words cards. That was what I had built as well, but mine was generic tokens. Yeah. Yeah, Rith is the easiest one to go to. I need to get a Daragaz and put it in my Vivictus deck. He like the old Daragaz. This is just a utility card. Faces Archivist, the wheel on a stick. Sire of Insanity. At the beginning of each end step, each player discards their hand. Silent Arbiter. Actually. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile Liliana, Heretical Healer, and return her to the battlefield transformed under her owner's control. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie, and then she +2s. Everyone discards. You can get things back. Whenever a creature dies, return to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. She's pretty good. Technically, she makes everyone discard, but that's only if she's flipped, so I'm not going to do that yet. This is one that I was excited about. Dire Undercurrents. I've always wanted to play this one, and I bought it. I think I bought it for Nekusar, and I don't know if I never got it out, I don't think. Whenever a blue creature comes into play, I think it's because I didn't play that many creatures in Nekusar, so it didn't really work that well, but this deck's going to have a lot more creatures than your average discard deck. Whenever a blue creature comes into play, you may draw a card. Whenever a black creature comes into play, have someone discard. So you can have someone draw and someone discard. Yeah. Tiny Bones, Bauble Burglar. Whenever an opponent discards a card, exile it from their graveyard with a stash counter on it. During your turns, you may play cards you don't own with stash counters on them from exile. An amount of any type can be spent to cast those spells. That makes everyone discard. Siphon Mine. That's pretty good. Draw spell, discard spell. Got a land, Desolate Lighthouse. The Haunt of Hightower. Whenever the Haunt of Hightower attacks, defending player discards a card. Some of these old side sleeves that I hate, I don't know why I ever like those, so anytime I come across them, I try and replace them. Yeah, sort of a creature discard file here. Silent Spectre. Thought about putting Hypnotic Spectre in here too for the classicness. Greel Mindraker, super cool. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Target player discards X cards at random from his or her hand. Blizzard Spectre, this will work well with the bounce side. Target player returns a permanent he or she controls to its owner's hand. Target player discards a card, so you can choose, but this is bounciness. Nightscape Battle Mage is just sort of in here because it's cool and I never get to play it otherwise. It can destroy a non-black creature and it can destroy a land if you do pay both. Hope I play that. There's another side loader. There was an era when I was just doing side loaders and they're the worst. Never do it, never get them. Alright, Clutch the Undercity. I love these old Ravnica foils with the little watermark. Ugh. Uncommons in the original Ravnica just hit different for some reason. Return all permanents of the color of your choice to their owner's hand. I'm wanting to play that somewhere, somehow. Heal. Return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Random mana costs X or less. Draw a card. Not sure if I'll play that one, but I want to try. Return all artifacts to their owner's hands. That could be pretty rough in the game. Because a lot of people are playing artifacts. Plus it kills all their treasures. Dissipation Field. Whenever a permanent deals damage to you, return it to its owner's hand, and then you give me fodder to make you discard. Devastation Tide. Return all non-land permanents to their owner's hand. Flood of Tears. Echoing Truth. Someday I want to use an echoing card on someone playing like Shadowborn Apostles or the new Templars or something like that. Would be funny. Aetherize. Return all attacking creatures to their owner's hand via blowout. Aether Spouts. For each attacking creature, its owner puts it on the top or bottom. It's even more of a blowout. Geist Wave. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you control that permanent, draw a card. Always like this one because you can save your stuff. And with Runaway together. Seal of Removal. Soul's Ransom seemed pretty fun, actually. You control enchanted creature. Okay. 4 mana. It's like a control magic. Discard 2 cards. Soul's Ransom's controller sacrifices it, then draws 2 cards. Only an opponent may activate this ability. So I think it'll be hard for them to discard 2 cards against my deck, or costly. And so it's worth it though, because I get their creature for a little while, probably their commander or something, and then if they want to get rid of it, they have to discard some of their better cards that they've kept around. That's an interesting one. Nightscape Master, pumped about that one. Rosa's Charm, that one's pretty cool too. Return target permanent to owner's hand, fits the theme. You can destroy a non-black creature, or you can destroy an artifact. Rakdos joins up. This is a reanimation spell. Let's see. Enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 counters on it. Whenever a legendary creature you control dies, Rakdos joins up, deals damage equal to that creature's power to target opponent. So yeah, they kill my dragon, then they take some damage. Reanimation? I don't have. Let's see. Here. Cast Dissonant Mage. So we had some of these, like, this is sort of in the vein of not reanimation, but like use your graveyard stuff. Underworld Breach. Using it in a fair way, no brainstorm in here. Mindleech Mass. This is I have a few of these things that like let me play stuff from my opponents' graveyards. Animate Dead. I don't know if we're gonna play Animate Dead. Forbidden Alchemy. Into the Floodmaw. Just a bounce spell. Mystical Teachings. Eclavy. Get you back an instant and a sorcery. Drake Haven. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 2/2. Does that go? Just random stuff, random cards. Curator of Mysteries. Whenever you cycle or discard another card, scry 1. It's not good enough. Containment Construct. I knew I wanted to try him. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile that card from your graveyard. If you do, you may play that card this turn. Gotta be careful about it, but it might be worth it. Westgate Regent. Ward, discard a card. I thought that was pretty good, and they'll be not happy to pay that ward cost. Does damage to a player, put that many counters on it. Psychotag. You can discard cards from your hand to get bigger. You can remove cards from your graveyard to get some mana. Producers. I just realized I don't have any mana rocks in the stack. Some random removal. Gamble. I don't think we're gonna... I mean, let's put these with the wheels for now. The Narset shuts people off, but... this is another creature you can play from your graveyard. It's from opponent's graveyard stuff. Avatar of Woes, sort of that. You can return this from your graveyard to your hand. When it enters, you draw a card, lose a life. This is a Wrath spell. Makes people mill and it destroys something. Nemesis of Reason. Actually, I don't think it fits. It's milling. This one's cycling for killings. That one's pretty good. This one exiles, but then you get to cast the stuff. And it doesn't really fit the theme, Valky. Well, still pretty good. Is there anything you think I'm missing? I think I have enough. just pair some lands and some mana rocks. Let's try and whittle it down a bit, though. Let's see what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 things that make him discard, not including commanders. Payoffs: Tier Grid, Waste Not, Raider's Wake, Liliana's Caress, Megrim, doing the damage. We also have a pretty heavy Warped Devotion with, let's see, we're gonna definitely play these bounce spells. Play all the big ones: Flood of Tears, Devastation Tide, Dissipation Field, Rebuild, Spectre, Clutch, the Washout. I think these two, we're gonna wait on all the spot removal ones for a second. I don't know about tutors either right now. I might be willing to play tutors just so I can go get Warp Devotion. We're gonna put this as more spot removal stuff. We're doing a fair amount of bounce. I probably will put a Cyclonic Rift in here. I'll have a ton of them. Oh, we can find one for it. Alright, those are pretty good start. Look at these. I actually do think... Oh, wait. I like this little dude. And I like the Nightscape Familiar just because we have all of them. We're going to do all of them. I need to get the original Nightscape Familiar because I have the original Nightscape Master, Battle Mage, and Familiar. And we have Crosis with Crosis's Charm. This is classic invasion block goodies. I like doing that when I can. I think we'll do the Liliana. I just don't have a lot of way of killing creatures reliably, so maybe we wait on those. Okay, we have... This is another tutor. I can put that here. This isn't a tutor. Oh, we do need a little bit more draw power on our own. I like the Nuclevi to get back a lot of the bounce spells. It gets back 2. I think we can play Kess and Underworld Breach for sure. Or maybes. I like the Nuclevi to get back a lot of the bounce spells. It gets back 2. What is that? I think we can play Kess and Underworld Breach for sure. Or maybes. I can hear myself. Oh my gosh. Has it been that way the whole time? You could double here. Sorry for the audio. Oh. I think you could double hear me talking. Maybe not. Alright, we need to decide on the wheels. I think that I do need to do the wheels right now just for the draw power. We can work on getting a Wheel of Fortune in here someday. I don't think we'll do Narset though. It's not the vibe I want to do. Let's see what we're at so far cards wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Don't think I double heard you, but I have been goldfishing a deck. It's not paying attention. No worries. Yeah, it's pretty late. I'm surprised any of you are here chilling with me. pumped. It's always nicer to talk to someone else rather than yourself. But alright, we have 40 cards so far. Alright, let's play some of these big guys. We have space for them. So, in one of my other decks, I played a suite of cards that were... You to put creatures from your opponents into the battlefield. I don't think I'm going to do all of those. So Rexiel says, combat damage to a player, you get to cast an instant or sorcery from their graveyard. That one's good. The Mind Leech Mass is interesting because it's from their hand, but it's any spell. That's why I like it. It deals combat damage to a player. You may look at that player's hand. If you do, you may cast a spell. So whatever, like, let's say this guy's 8 mana, right? You get him out finally, and they have like 2 cards that they've kept in their hand. They're going to be like their best favorite cards at that point. You can swing at that person, connect, play their best thing. So that's why I think I'm doing that one. Avatar of Woe is just a fun, awesome card for a little bit of nostalgia. And then it's hopefully 2 mana to play it, because everyone has a bunch of creatures that they've discarded. We'll put it in there for now. As Dire Fleet Daredevil, when you enters the battlefield, exile target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard. You may cast that card this turn. You may spend mana or mana of any type to cast that spell. If the card would be... It's like a Snapcaster Mage. I actually feel like I want to get a Snapcaster Mage if I'm going to play this one. So maybe that'll be a maybe for now. I don't actually own a Snapcaster Mage, I just realized. Alright. Ebon Death Dracolich. You may cast it from your graveyard if a creature not named Ebon Death Dracolich died this turn. I don't have a ton of ways of making that happen. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Master of Death is in your graveyard, you may pay 1 life. If you do, return it to your hand. When it enters the battlefield, surveil. I think the Serpent's worth it. Sack a land, it can't be blocked. Sack a swamp, you get a draw. And then exile 5 cards from an opponent's graveyard. Return this from your graveyard to your hand. See, that's like if they end up playing like a Reanimator deck and I'm like helping them out, I do want a few things that can like exile stuff. Hey, thanks for the sub. Thanks for the Prime sub, Sangoon. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. I'll get the... Yeah, the RAR is not set up. So I'm using OBS right now, not Streamlabs OBS. I'll get it up for next time. So for next month, if you want to come around. So, I'm using just regular OBS now instead of Streamlabs. So all that pop-ups and chat and all being in here is... I almost wasn't going to do the stream because I'm still behind on my edit, but I made a goal that I will stream every Friday unless I'm like out of town. So, and it's fun, but that's why I didn't get that done yet. Get your Prime every month. Hey, that means a lot. I really appreciate that, Sangoon. I really, really do. So, but yeah, if you're not using your Prime, at least use it. You know, you don't have to use it for me, but I do think that's a way that you can really easily support. If you have Prime, just make sure to use it every month, because they do make you, you know, sub every month. But yeah, if you want to throw it out my way, I would definitely appreciate it. Okay, Pyre Zombie. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Pyre Zombie is in your graveyard, you can pay 3 mana. If you do, return it to your hand. And then you can sack it to deal 2 damage. I've really wanted to play this, but worth it yet, because we need to We will play the Oscar dude because we need to get some mana in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Suck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 6, there's 7, there's 8, there's 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So you can have little, like, 17, 18 more cards. Wait. Yeah. But, like, 10 of them need to be mana rocks. And then the rest probably need to be, like, tutors or draw power. And also some removal. Well, we don't probably need a ton of removal because we're doing the bounce package. So that's good. Yeah, gotta give away those Bezo bucks for sure. All right. Let's see what we have here in regard to mana rocks. Star Compass, probably. It's gonna be a mid-ish deck, so no white or green. Well, these have white and green in them. Probably a Mind Stone. I don't like that art compared to the others' arts, but do what you got with what you have. Probably a Swiftfoot Boots. I just love these wings. I played Hashaton and CDH tonight. Oh, the new dude with some friends at our LGS. That card is messed up. I have to check it out. Let me click on it. Yeah. Oh, he has white in it. I can't put it in here, but it's pretty cool. Do you play wheels in this deck? Let me see. Play a Windfall. Agatha's... Yeah, this looks like a really solid CDH deck with the anything that has blue-black. Esper's a pretty good option. I feel like I'm Overflowing Chalice doesn't really fit in here. I forgot about Brass Herald. What about the one that's a little bit more expensive, the blue-black Windfall that you can cipher? You have enough bunch of creatures, is it worth it, or is it too expensive? I think I have it right here in this deck. Whispering Madness. Like one more mana, but you can do it multiple times, especially with sort of doing more of a creature-based deck. Might be worth it. there's any more mana rocks I can do. Here. Running on empty of mana rocks. Maybe expedition map? Maybe worth it. I don't know if there's some special. Alright, well, yeah, I don't have as many. We got the signets, but I don't have any of the talismans anymore. Extras at least, so we might call it there. We got 90% done. Now we need to do the last little bit here. But yeah, I think it's turning out. To decide, we're gonna round it out here, but we got pretty close. So yeah, thanks for chilling, everybody. I'm gonna call it there. But yeah, again, make sure to check out the video. Hopefully it's coming out tomorrow. I'm gonna start working on that right now. Also, why I'm ending it is I have a couple more hours of editing due tonight. Get the episode out for tomorrow. But yeah, there'll be codes, so I'm gonna try and sneak the codes in. Although actually tomorrow it'll just be at the end of the video, but in the future I might try and sneak them in a little bit. So but yeah, and then consider becoming a patron. It's only $2 a month, or you can pay advance for only $20 for the whole year. Get access to our Discord, come hang out with us, get extra codes, play some spell table games, send us memes, fun stuff. But yeah, thanks everyone. Next week we'll be back with some gameplay. We'll have some of the rest of the crew here. Jason, Brock, and I think Jeff are joining me. And yeah, we'll have some more fun. So thanks for supporting us. Thanks for being here. And I'm also going to try and get some streams in like this, just at random, but at least Friday every week. Come hang out with us. Thanks. Yeah.